What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Other Side of the Firewall podcast, where we talk about the latest and greatest in cybersecurity news, as well as we highlight those movers and shakers and glass ceiling breakers, those people of color who've made it to the other side of the proverbial firewall. My name is Ryan Williams, and as always, I'm joined by Shannon Tynes.
What's up? What's up?
And LeVon Maynard.
Hey, welcome to the show.
What is going on? Thank you for tuning in. This should be the Tuesday episode if you're listening. So Monday we discussed Google. Yeah, there we go. My brain was like, what did we talk about just 10 minutes ago?
Yeah, right.
We discussed Google, opening up new offices in some new areas. They're investing billions of dollars to open up new offices. And then on Wednesday, we have a discussion that involves women in cybersecurity and how some of them may be exiting really early in their careers. So it's definitely a good discussion. Thursday, there is no Ask Us SP this week. But that's usually where we talk to people trying to break into the industry to get into cybersecurity. And then Fridays, the weekly rundown. So that's where we talk about everything but cyber. So video games, movies, things of that nature. So definitely tune in for that. But without further ado, I give it to LeVon.
Yes, sir. So today we have an article from The Wire. This is a pretty detailed article, but I'm gonna try to keep it as concise as I can. But excuse me if I miss some of the details, but this one's from Andy Greenberg, and the title is called Feds Uncover a Swiss Army Knife for Hacking Industrial Control Systems. The malware toolkit known as Pipedream is perhaps the most versatile tool ever made to target critical infrastructure like power grids and oil refineries. So this was just recently, this week here, the Department of Energy, the CISA, the NSA, and FBI jointly released an advisory about a new hacker toolset potentially capable of meddling with a wide range of industrial control system equipment. More than any previous industrial control system hacking toolkit, the malware contains an array of components designed to disrupt or take control of the functioning of devices, including programmable logic controllers, or PLCs, that are sold by Schneider Electric and Omron, and are designed to serve as the interface between traditional computers and actuators and sensors in industrial environments. And then it goes on talking about it also targets an open platform communication unified architecture servers, the computers that communicate with those controllers. So that's a mouthful of information, but so essentially it's called Pipedream. I think I said it right. Yeah, Pipedream. So this is a collection of malware tools that they discovered, and looks like one of the vice president of the cybersecurity firm Dragos. I think he was part of the group that discovered this toolkit, and they said that it's what was it? I'm trying to find the part in the article here, but they for the most part they were saying that they haven't discovered exactly who let me say this again. They know that they feel that it came from a state-sponsored hacking group, but they did not reveal what state that was or what country that was that actually put together this toolkit. But they go on and say that potentially, this kind of the timing of it is very it kind of coincides with the whole thing going on with Russia and Ukraine, where the current administration, Biden administration, has been talking about Russian government may be trying to make moves to disrupt these different industries, different using their cybersecurity cyber attacks to actually attack different various industrial like complexes, whether it's in the U.S. or Ukraine or elsewhere. But this has been like a pretty, I guess, really a kind of refined package of attacks. It's been focused more so on the Schneider Electronic and Omron PLC devices, but they say it works for pretty much all of them out there that focus on these industries, whether it's gas, electric, oil refineries, things like that. It kind of it's a big package that tries to find these different zero-day vulnerabilities. It uses like, I guess let me find the part of the article, but they say it exploits multiple zero-day vulnerabilities, previously unpatched hackable software flaws that are still being fixed. And yeah, some other things in here, but yeah, so it's pretty much a very, like, I guess a kind of a turnkey package that this group can distribute to others to just basically attack. We've already seen the issues with ransomware attacking. We mentioned it before in some other podcasts, but some of the oil refineries, oil plants that we have here in the U.S., as well as like the meat packaging plant in Brazil, wherever it was, South America. So it looks like they're becoming more and more prevalent, and this is another opportunity for these cyber attackers to try to affect our industry. But I guess with that, I'll turn it over to you, Shannon. You have some thoughts on this one?
Man, I do. So, like, we've talked about this, right? Like, when it comes to infrastructure, public infrastructure in the United States, like, people need to start paying attention to this. So, like, I actually looked at the CISA alert that they put out, right? And so, usually, whenever you have stuff like this happen, like, you might have one organization team up with another organization to put out an alert or make you aware of something. This one had 4, right? So, this alert, when it came out through CISA, it came out. It was a joint alert from the Department of Energy, CISA, the NSA, and the FBI released the cybersecurity advisory for this, right? So, like, that's how serious this is. They're like, hey, there's some stuff going on here that we really need to be paying attention to. And like you were mentioning with the turnkey, like that's what really caught my attention, right? Because when you look in this alert, they actually mentioned in here, I'm going to find this. They said that modules interact with targeted devices, enabling operations by lower skilled cyber actors to emulate higher skilled actor capabilities. So it's not even like you're looking for the next swordfish or anything like that, right? Like these are people that don't have the skill set to be doing this normally. That, like you said, that's what the turnkey is, right? You just hand it over to somebody and be like, hey, we're gonna, you may be a a little script kiddie or something like that, but you're gonna look real deal when we hand this start going over there and doing stuff. And that's the part that worries me more than anything, right? I know this stuff is always happening out there where people are getting, attacked, or ransomware or whatever. But when it comes to public utilities or infrastructure, like that's where it's really a problem, right? Especially when we have things as dangerous as nuclear plants out there. You know what I'm saying? Because that's stuff that's included, right? That's stuff that's included in this when we talk about what they're attacking. So yeah, this is worrisome, man. And this is just something that how long are we going to keep saying the same thing over and over? Like what is the bad thing that has to happen before it's like, okay, it's really going to get taken serious, or we're going to protect it like we need to? You know what I'm saying? But Ryan, what you got on this, man?
So I think Russia may have played their hand too early in the game. So it's not directly attributed to Russia. However, the timing is no coincidence, right? So this is what everybody was worried about. This was the like if we intervene, if we help out Ukraine or something to that nature, they're going to attack the West. Like everyone's going to reap the whirlwind of the Kremlin government. And now we're starting to see the artifacts pop up. Like, these agencies that have been on alert for months now, as you saw the build up to the Ukrainian border. They knew something was going to go down, and they've just been looking out for stuff like this. So that's why you see the 4 agencies all working together. That's probably the same things probably happen all over the world. Like when it comes to just international agencies protecting the NATO countries and what have you. As well as in the article, it talks about how Ukraine stopped one of these, like averted a mass blackout from this tool being utilized against them. So it's good for us. So like we are able to catch it. We're able to put out the advisories. We're able to protect ourselves. So you definitely see a lot of cyber defense and reconnaissance, like joint efforts happening. Like I'm pretty proud of that, like to see that happening. And then, like you said, the fear is that this would have been given to a lower tier organization, and then they would have came out looking like pros as they took down power grids and much worse from there. So it's good. It was a good find. It's a good catch. But I think it's because they showed their tail too early. Like we saw them building these tools, getting ready to do their attack, and now you see like the world was more prepared than we expected, which is a good thing. Like we're pleasantly surprised by this. So I think it's great. I'm glad that CISA pushed this message out. I'm glad that the federal governments are taking it seriously, so we can avoid this happening to us potentially, and then just keep it up. So like that's the goal from here on out. So I think it's definitely a positive article, as opposed to talking about some more ransomware or another plant getting taken down. Like they're averting things. And there were more articles that I didn't just had time to put in there, where you got like Microsoft putting out a sinkhole, stopping threat actors from attacking. doing massive DDoS attacks, things of that nature. Like, so like the world is taking a defensive stance. So I'd love to see it, right? So definitely interesting article. I appreciate you guys jumping on. Definitely hit up the websites, all of our social medias. Hit me up personally. I'm at RyRy Security Guy. That's RYRY Security Guy. I'm on LinkedIn, Twitter, Clubhouse, and TikTok. And you, LeVon?
Yes, sir. You can hit me up on the Twitters at LeVon Maynard.
There it is. Stay safe, stay secure.
Take care.